should be seen, but that true and justice reign. In peace, our honor, and this we can escape. To hand unto our children, ever now without stay. O God of all creation, grant this our request, and us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. And so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
Violence is a serious issue. We must avoid perpetuating information and strong facts that stigmatize the entire group, so that we need balance perpetuative information and connected to gender-based violence that affect all genders to create effective solution, cultural and religious context matter, and sweeping generalization progress.
It is justice and justified. Thank you for listening. And other forms of social media usually share such stories so that the law enforcement agency will do the right thing. Finally, Mr. Chairman, sir, my respected audience, media again and again, time without number, work with influence, and celebrities are raising awareness so that the law enforcement agency will do the right thing. And promote social changes, thereby establishing this.
Just demand equal opportunities. For example, the so-called women and women in leadership. All this group of women do go to social media to highlight their relevant so-called achievement and recent awareness, and claiming rights where they do not support them. If we look back to the damage social media, what's in society? It brings issues that affect women underground, such as reproductive rights, equality, and access to freedom. However, this media enables women to communicate with people that they do not even know. It may connect them with some activities in their country and by organizing events, creating space for collective action. Moreover, social media used to make women vote, hit and seek some rights, such as freedom, equality, bias, and stereotypes. Also, in addition to the effect on social media channels, shows women negative aspects, internet of anonymity, cyberbullying and harassment. Lastly, social media play a role in the fight against gender violence, where women share their stories of violence and by using this and followings. In addition, jealousy, revenge, individual desire, ideological reasons, family honest, political reasons, anger, greed to make money, can be all counted among because of violence against women on social media. In conclusion, not because of violence against women on social media is crucial for taking action to prevent and respond to violence against women on social media. Thank you.
Injustice and abuse of power. Here violence is a discourse on gender and violence in African society, using Nigeria as a case study. Physical violence is represented in the novel, which exposes one to sexual and psychological violence. But before I continue addressing my point, let me not forget to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Chairman, sir, moderator, panel of judges, members of the high table, coordinators, fellow students, audience. Good day to you all. My name is Nafisa Nasser from SS1 of Government Girls Arabic Secondary School, Gusau. I stand to strengthen the point raised by my colleague. In proposition of emotion, media representation can desensitize and perpetuate harmful stereotypes, making gender-based violence more acceptable to our society. My unbeatable points are as follows. First, if media is not responsible for giving awareness, sensitization, and providing useful information to the society on gender-based violence, there is every tendency to have the following effect. Injuries and trauma to the victims of GBV, risk of contracting sexually transmitted infection, anxiety and depression on the life of victims, low self-esteem, stigma and discrimination from community members, chronic health condition, and many more. Second, There has been a very remarkable achievement made by media in fighting against one of the major aspects of gender-based violence. That is forced marriage. Mr. Chairman, sir, we all know that girls of those days were not given the opportunity to go to school. They were married at the tender age. But with the help of media, people are now enlightened and talk about the significance of girls' education. I wonder why my co-debaters will be here and agreeing the fact that such opportunities we are not there before. Think about if the mentality of forced marriage and early marriage are there with our people, you will not have been present here in this school. The media representation could be witnessed in advocating for policy changes and legislation that address gender-based violence, holding perpetrators accountable for their action, promoting a culture of accountability and zero tolerance. Thank you for listening.
Mr. Chairman, sir, panel of judges, advocate people, Mr. Moderator, my co-debaters, members of higher table, distinguished and gentlemen, good day to you all. My names are Aisha Sanusurubi from Government Girls Arabic Secondary School. I stand here before you to strongly come and which might argue that media can also raise awareness and provoke discussion about gender-based violence, serving as a catalyst for a social change rather than normalizing violence. Mr. Chairman, sir, social media campaigns raise public awareness, challenge social norms and encourage discussion surrounding gender-based violence, fostering a sense of collective responsibility. It also plays a crucial role in the fight against gender violence, providing a space for survival activists and advocates collecting and educating people who are not even aware of gender-based violence. Mr. Chairman, social media has become an integral part of our daily life, providing a platform for communication, social network and entertainment. However, with the increase in use of social media, it is important to aware of potential and negative effects of social media. Here are something that is aware when using social media. Firstly, privacy. Privacy is an important issue when using social media. It is necessary to understand how social media platforms use and store your personal information and steps to protect your privacy. This requires avoiding sharing sensitive information and being careful when interacting strangers online. Secondly, cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a serious issue that has a significant impact on mental health. Reporting any incident of lying or harassment, blocking the perpetrator and seeking support from friends, family or mental health professionals. Thirdly, online predators. Online predators are a real threat, especially for children and young people. It is important to aware of the risk of interacting strangers online it is important to aware of potential and interacting strangers online and step to protect yourself and your children. This includes setting privacy, monitoring online activities, and educating children about dangers of online predators. Mr. Chairman, sir, in conclusion, it is important for users of social media to exercise caution when engaging with the content related to this issue. Social media should not be seen as replacement for traditional methods for fighting gender-based violence, but rather as a complement or supplement. Mr. Chairman, sir, with these 3 points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you, not to confuse you. Thank you.
Sir, panel of judges, thank you, co-debaters, members of the high table, fellow students, audience, ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. I am Sarah Aliyu Sidi from Government Arabic Secondary School. I stand here on this podium to add to what my colleague has said in support of the motion. Media representation can desensitize and perpetuate harmful stereotypes, making gender-based violence more acceptable to our society. Due to my points. First, Mr. Chairman, sir, there are different types of gender-based violence, such as physical violence, sexual violence, emotional or psychological violence, social or cultural violence, as well as economic violence. All these kinds of gender-based violence are not mutually exclusive, and many survivors experience multiple forms of violence. But with the help of media representation and advocacy by some non-governmental organizations, like our guests here who have come to as well, reduce the aforementioned form of gender-based violence drastically by educating people about gender-based violence
causes and consequences in order to prevent future occurrences. Second, my audience, you and I testify, and even my cultivators believe that media is educating the public about the laws, policies, and resources available to prevent arrest of. Moreover, the media go ahead challenging harmful stereotypes and myths surrounding gender-based violence. There is a saying, the secret of the home is best known and interpreted by the members of the home. That media changes and influences mentality in our people, especially those in rural or remote areas on genderism. It showcases positive role models and male allies who oppose gender discrimination and condemn violence. Fourth, media shares resources, such as hotline that is numbers of contact to be called when such violence being experienced. They also provide shelters and counseling services to support survivors of GBV. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, sir, my respected audience, if you don't know, you shall know that media collaborate with non-governmental organizations, stakeholders, advocates, and experts to amplify their hope in fighting against perpetrators of gender-based violence, and promote accurate, reliable information for a better understanding of the struggle. One of the popular media hubs that advocate justice, equality, and fairness in genderism is Brigade Family. There are many of the social media and video aspects with the affirmation points I have raised. I believe you are convinced, not confused, that media representation can desensitize and perpetuate harmful stereotypes, making gender-based violence more acceptable to our society. Hey, you never ever imagine impossible and
Mr. Chairman, sir, final authorities, accurate keeper, moderator, my calculator, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. I stand here before you to strongly argue that the critics might argue, and media can also raise awareness and provoke discussion about gender-based violence. Serving as a catalyst for a social change rather than normalizing violence. Before I venture my point, Mr. Chairman, sir, permit me to define the key term of the debate, which is gender-based violence. According to the European Union, they define gender-based violence as a phenomenon deeply rooted in gender inequality and continues to be one of the most notable human rights and violations within all societies. Gender-based violence is a violence that targets against a person because of their gender. Now, to my point, gender-based violence is a pervasive global issue that demands the utmost attention and action, and social media has the platform of the demand to raising awareness to combating gender-based violence. This violence provides opportunities for awareness, rights, advocacy, and support. It also allows individuals and organizations to share information, personal stories, and resources that related gender-based violence, which serve as a platform for survivors to break their silence, to share their experience, and find solidarity. However, today, social media is the tool for communicating, sharing information, and connecting people with each other. Therefore, it's the wide spirit for internet, especially social media, to emerge as an alternative medium that women can see friends and express themselves out of the whole world, which should not have been. Also, this media brought about human rights violation and women movement with the opportunity to capitalize unique potential to the media. Moreover, one of the most important ways that social media is influenced human rights is by giving the platform to talk about issues related to them, which is totally a taboo. Also, let me tell you, with the praise of social media, women share their stories of harassment, abuse, and discrimination, which is no good idea for a good reputation for a Now, have you heard about the Me Too movement? Yes, I know the answer is no. This movement grows like women to extend their sexual harassment and assault they face in their daily life from all communities of the society, which is no good idea practice. Mr. Tiamansa, in conclusion, social media has potential impact with a rising awareness for combating gender-based violence. Therefore, it is important to recognize that it can both positively and negatively affect the fight gender-based violence, while on the other hand, it can help generate support for victims. This title was really 2 points of mine. I hope you are totally convinced, not confused. Social media creates awareness and provoke discussion about gender-based violence.
Molestation, harassment, and other forms of violence have become the order of the day on our young girls in many of our communities. Shall we allow this to continue?
No.
I said no, no, and no. But before I go into the topic, let me give honor by acknowledging the presence of Mr. Chairmansa, panel of judges, moderators, timekeeper, coordinators, members of the high table, ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. I'm Zinjira Saidu Mande from SSW of Government Girls Arabic Secondary School. I stand here confidently like a lion feeling hungry with a stable. So I think that media representation can desensitize and perpetuate harmful stereotypes about gender-based violence, thereby making it more acceptable in our society. First of all, let us understand the term GBV, gender-based violence. It refers to any forms of violence, abuse, or exploitation that is perpetrated against a person because of their gender, sex, or perceived gender identity. Thereby making the gender-based violence can affect anyone irrespective of their age, education, income, and social status. That is, you and I and anyone present here can be a victim of it. That is what the media is advocating for. Mr. Chairmansa, my respected audience, let me briefly identify some functions of media, be it social or non-social, toward desensitize and perpetuate harmful stereotypes about gender-based violence. First, rising awareness. Reporting incident cases on gender-based violence and reporting incident cases on gender-based violence and raising public awareness so that others who have not fallen victim will be protected and be supported. My audience, there was a case that had happened in one area closer to us. A young girl was maltreated from her stepmother to the extent that she was traumatized and abandoned. The girl reported the matter to the media house. They aired it on radio. Likely, some advocate heard about it. They came to her aid and rescued her from such unfavorable condition. Think about it. Without the intervention of media house, how has the situation of gender-based violence wouldn't have been known? In addition, media house has the responsibility of documenting and sharing such stories. Gender-based violence stories are shared rampant worldwide, thereby making it more acceptable in our society. Mr. Chairmansa, allow me to carry my AK-47 to shoot anyone who said that.
Is Alimatu Rabiu. Please let's give back a powerful clap. I will invite Sorry, we don't want you to be harassed. We are not harassing you.
Somebody was saying to sit down.
I understand, but
it's a kind of respect.
kind of respect.
She has someone say sit down, go down.
Okay, cultural. Fantastic. All right. Thank you. So I invite the PNC City Advisor to give her the gift. Sorry, please, let us not go against the school. Please, we want her to stand for this purpose. She's not going against the school rules. Neither is it going against the culture. But please permit us for the purpose of this. Thank you so much. So, Alimatu, thank you. The second to her is Aisha Sanusi. moderator. The moderator, please can you help give her the gift?
Since they don't slap person today, I can get this side.
Okay. I will invite Mr. Abdul Amzat to present the gift to Awal Abdurrahman. So, okay, I'll be inviting Mr. Muhammad Bello to present to Sadatu Aliyu. So I call on our dear English teacher to present the prize to the second prize to Nafisa Nasir. Please permit me to invite the principal of the school, the school principal. The principal of the school, Mrs. Umar, to present the prize to the first Please, can I ask for a favor? Please don't call her AK-47. And with me here, I have 4 other persons. So as much as possible, we want to ensure fairness, transparency. So we will be scoring the students on the following. So we want all of you here to also help in assessing them. So we will be assessing them on their appearance. So we look at them. Are they presentable in terms of their appearances? Then, appearance, we look at the dressing. Is the uniform clean? Is it well laundered? Are you getting what I'm talking about in terms of appearance? The footwear. Are they wearing the appropriate footwear the school recommended for them? Are they neat? So the appearance, we will score them for that. Then their comportment. We score their comportment. The comportment has to do with their mannerism on stage. So they will be scored on that. Then their eloquence. Their eloquence, accuracy of points. How accurate are the points given to the topic they are talking about? Then we score them on their time management. So they will be scored on appearance, comportment, eloquence, accuracy of points, and time management. For the timing, we have 3 speakers in each group. And I believe each group has a chief speaker. So for the chief speaker, the chief speaker will spend 5 minutes. So please take notes. Chief speaker, you have 5 minutes to tell us everything about the topic you are talking about. The second speaker in each of the groups, you'll be talking within the time frame of 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Supporting speaker, you have how many minutes? 3 minutes. So please work with time. You know, time management is part of the scoring criteria. So you manage your time well. Then the third speaker will also spend 3 minutes. So the supporting speakers will be spending 3 minutes each, whilst the chief speaker will spend 5 minutes. So after each round, the chief speaker will now come back, to summarize everything that you have said. So the chief speaker will spend at the end of the activity, the round, the chief speaker from each of the group will spend 4 minutes to round up everything. So can you hear that? 4 minutes. Then we now end the competition. Thank you.
Is it Hawa Abdul Rahman? And then we have Aisha Salusi Kumi. And finally, there's Halima to Rabiu. And then there is Nafisa Nasir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala. Let me thank my Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who spared our lives to see today. I can say today is a historical day to us because these organizers, they have concerns for you girls. They are here for you. They want to talk to you and they want to advise you. So, Alhamdulillah, I thank you for your cooperations. Thank you for your contributions towards our girls. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take you back home safely as you are here today. And on behalf of my staff and students, we are going to listen to you attentively. We are going to take all your advices. As the first speaker said, when you say no, yes, you mean no. Inshallah, we say no to gender-based violence, especially for you girls and even your mothers. So I will not say much because there are a lot of things waiting for us. So thank you very much, the organizers. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm Simon Joshua Agada. I work for Project Hope on a student project as community services advisor here in Zamfara State. And I welcome you all to this event. I want us to maximize this opportunity because just as several other speakers have said, gender-based violence is something that is very common in our houses, in our place of work, in the school, and everywhere. And based on this premise, the history project has made it fit to create an awareness so that we can report if there is any cases of gender-based violence in our community, in our school, everywhere, because there are people that are ready to take it upon their shoulders to support, to fight against gender-based violence. Because the implication is that if you are a survivor of gender-based violence and the necessary services that is required is not given to you, there is a likelihood that it will affect your health and even your psychological being. Take for instance, someone is being raped by a perpetrator, and you may not know the health status like HIV, like some other sexually transmitted infections of that perpetrator. So there is a likelihood that that will be transmitted to the survivor, and that is why there is a need for us to speak out so that you can get the required attention. Thank you.
The decision was very, very, very tight. And to mark them, as the moderator said, was a bit tight. However, we noticed that the students that opposed the motion, maybe they did not understand the task given to them. So they were still supporting the motion, and that was what marked them down. Yes, they all supported the motion.
One of their points is in favor of the motion.
Is in favor of
Are you
the motion.
serious?
Yes.
You were still saying social media.
That was what happened. But you know, we have a lot of parameters on which we based their marks. So we're still able to score them on other points. But the accuracy of points where the bulk of the mark goes, you know, they did not get it. However, they all did well. These students did well. I saw boldness, I saw courage, and ability to express themselves, which is a plus to them. Please let us give them a round of applause. I want to tell you that this school, at least my team, we have been to other states. This school happens to be one of the best in terms of presentation and boldness. So please don't be discouraged. Are you getting me? You all did well. But you know, when you are competing, someone will emerge a winner. But you are all winners. And from all what we have seen today, in fact, if it is kind of like an individual presentation, you are all award winners. So please take note of that and you go home with that you are all what? Award winners. So we really gave it to you. Well done. And also we want to appreciate the English teacher that prepared these students. The English teacher has done a good work. We appreciate your hard work. Well done, our dear teacher. So, when we talk about the place of media in dissemination of information on gender-based violence, you know, we have the list of stakeholders, media houses, media outlets are important to us in the fight against gender-based violence. In fact, one of them mentioned in the process of talking, that is the opposite side, she said that media has its good and bad. As much as we know the place and the importance of media in broadcasting information, in sensitizing the population, we still have its own disadvantage. You know, you want to make people know something, they can either pick it in the positive side or in the negative side. And the negative side, that is what we actually expected from them to talk about. So that we all rub minds together and now look at the positive side and help create awareness on the place of media in the fight against gender-based violence. So media is important, especially the media houses, our radio stations. Someone mentioned that in the rural communities, No, where maybe they don't even have access to social media, because it's not necessarily about social media when we are talking about media. But virtually everybody, even in the farm, you hear people, you see people carrying their transistor radios. So they listen to radio. So information can spread through media. So, but no matter how good something is, there will always be a negative side of it. So, on social media, which everybody now embrace, virtually everybody, in fact, if the school will carry out a kind of an assessment, I believe majority of these our students here have a cell phone. They may not come to school with it, but they have access to it at home. Some will even come to school with it because we were in a school, and the phone they even carried were even more sophisticated than all the phones we have. So we have students that have phones and they have access to information. So on social media too, social media can also help in disseminating information, both in the positive and in the negative. So now for this debate activity, we want to appreciate all of them by giving them our token, because all of them we are going to appreciate, and at least one of them emerged the winner.
Our able permanent secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, in person of Barira Ibrahim Babobi, who is unavoidably absent that she couldn't make it. So I am representing her. Once again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we all know that the gender violence is rampant in our houses and in schools. But with these programs, with the campaign that is going, the rampant campaign that is going on in our societies, the students that are here, whatever you learn here, you can be able to take it to your houses and put it into practice. Once you are a girl, behave like a girl. Do not dress like a man. Do not allow yourself to be attracted by any people. That is by any boy or man. Isn't it? So let me appreciate also the effort of the organizers that made this program possible, and those that participated fully. May Allah protect all of us, guide us through, and I wish you journey mercies back to our various destinations, and also happy deliberations. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
We have a number of dignitaries among us here, including representatives from the Ministry of Women and Social Development. And before I call on some of them to speak to us, just before we start, I would like to mention that this is a debate competition. Usually we have a panel of judges. And to do justice to that, to help us with that assignment, we need the English teacher of this school, the one that prepared these students. So please join them here as a member of that panel. Okay. We also need the community advisor, the community service advisor project group to join them there as one of them. The representative of the Ministry of Women and Social Development as well should join them. Is there already? Okay, and then Dr. Ahmad Hashim from JSR as well should join. We already have Dr. Rebecca in there. And I was giving, as Dr. Ahmad joined, okay. Okay, and then the timekeeper, the accurate timekeeper, that's how we like to call it. Whether they are even accurate, we don't know. But we like to call them the accurate timekeeper. That would be Yazid Abraman, who is also from Project Group. So he's going to handle this bell. And okay. Okay, so before we get to them, to let us know the rules of engagement, I would like to call on the representative of the Ministry of Women and Social Development to tell us one or two things as a way of. She stepped out. Okay. So while we wait for him, is there a representative of the Ministry of Education? Okay, she's. I would like to hand this microphone over to the lead advisor, prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV and gender in HSCL is 3 Abuja. I'm talking about Dr. Rebecca Oke to explain to us further why we are here. So please listen to her.
Please, I am sorry we don't have the protocol list. But let me appreciate the people sitting on the high table there, the representative of the permanent secretary, Zamfara State Ministry of Women and Social Affairs, the school directorate, the principal of the school, the vice principal, government girls secondary school Zamfara. Members of staff, All System Consult Limited, staff of Project Hope, the teachers, great teachers of government girls secondary schools Zamfara State, great students. Good morning, everyone. I am here this morning with so much excitement, but don't mind my voice. Not to say that I am not excited, but we've been on this trip for quite some time. So it's becoming tiring. But thanks to goodness that we have a kind of a house here that is all enthusiastic and we have the vibrancy, which we appreciate. Please, students, give yourself a round of applause. So this morning, we are joining the Zamfara State government to commemorate the celebration of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which is ending today. So today is the last day of the 16 days of activism, which started on the 25th of November 2024. So it's a period where we enlighten ourselves, where we create awareness, talking about gender-based violence. And when we say gender-based violence, if I give the microphone to you students, I believe you might have heard one or two things about gender-based violence. But we don't want to assume. We want you to know more about it. And we want you to teach us through debate activity. So this morning, we are having debate activity on topic that relates to gender-based violence. And when we talk about gender-based violence, we are talking about harmful practices that is meted out against human based on their gender. I said human, not just girls. However, if you look at the theme for this year is prevention, unite to end violence against women and girls. Not to undermine the importance of boys or neglecting their needs, but to place premium on the girl child because of their vulnerability. In the society, due to our culture, girls are being marginalized and their voices are being suppressed. So we want you to know that you as a girl child, you have your voice and your voice matters and you can use it. And we have a lot of people out there ready to listen to you. So, if anybody does anything to you against your wish, please talk out. HSCL, in collaboration with stakeholders in Zamfara State, we are all out to support you. The government of Nigeria is all ready to support you, and we are ready to fight this menace, which is gender-based violence. When we say gender-based violence, what is even gender-based violence? Not to talk about the definition, but in terms of the types. Is it when two people fight that we call violence? Good, that can be a form of violence, but may not necessarily be gender-based. But when we talk about gender-based violence, we have different types. We have the physical types, we have the sexual type, we have intimate partner harassment, we have early child marriage. All these are forms of gender-based violence, and we are saying no to it. You will teach us this morning, and we will all hear from other stakeholders what they have to say about gender-based violence. If someone touch you, the person has touched you in a way you don't like, you have to tell the person, don't touch me, I don't like it. And when you say no, your no means no. And no means no worldwide. No can never be yes. Don't touch my breast. Don't say don't touch me. Mention that part where the person has touched you. Embarrass the perpetrator. Don't touch me. I don't like it. So your teachers are all here. We have quite a number of them here. And everybody is here to support you. Please, we want you to be rapt in your attention. And when questions are thrown, answer questions. There is no right or wrong answer. We are here to correct misconceptions. We are here to teach you and to also make you to know what you need to know about gender-based violence. So let us make it as interesting as possible, make it participatory, and I can see that you are ready to learn and be listening. Thank you.
We now also have representative from the permanent, from the Ministry of Women and Social Development here with us. There is also representatives from the Ministry of Education and some of the implementing partners that work with HSCL on the project to try and end gender-based violence in Zamfara State. I'm talking about people from Pro Health International, Society for Family Health, and the Jesus Refugees Services. Please, all these people, if you are here, please just wave at us. Thank you. Now we are going to okay, so because this is a small hall, I like everybody to be absolutely silent. Hello? Hello? So we need your cooperation so that we can hear each other. Do you understand? Okay, so I'm not here alone. My name is wow, somebody has touched the... Okay. It's fine. So I'm not here alone, and my name is Hilary. You can call me Wako Hill. I work for Health System Consult Limited, HSCL, in Abuja. And I'm not here alone. I have my other colleagues, Dr. Rebecca Oke, who is our team leader on this trip. There's also Mrs. Pfizer Labarot,
perpetrator. So that is the name given to them. It's very important when we are in this circle, we should use the circle, the registers. Thank you very much.
Okay, so finally we want
my appreciations to these organizers. Thank you so very much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the enlightenment, and thank you for the entertainment. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue guide you. And I wish you a safe journey back to your home. And I would like to see you next time, please. Don't forget with our school. With this enlightenment, with this support, our young girls will be more enlightened, inshallah. Thank you so much for your comfort. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.